This is why I don't really play my team that much, because I'm not really good. Well, I do play it. It's nice and simple, thank goodness. But you know, this is why I don't like doing leadership duties, because I don't have really any leadership qualities, and I'm stupid. Any Jackson resulted in less ideal starting position. Okay, so this is probably going to be a full race. Oh, Herbert pit stop. Okay. Okay,
it's been a terrific day here in Melbourne so far. Loving the action, but I would say not loving the lack of surprises.
A bit predictable, yeah, you're right, Crofty, with Red Bull. They've hit the ground running here in Melbourne. The car looks like a dream to drive. The one thing that surprised me, though, this weekend is that Connor Sport haven't really been there. In qualifying, they weren't there, and in the race today as well.
You're not wrong, Ant, but look, Jackson's just made a late stop here, so maybe he can salvage something.
Well, my story name Jackson, he does that a lot.
Okay,
so
then let's go. See if you can go and get him. Push, push.
Yep.
Understood.
Get the fastest lap. There's a new livery RB now. I wonder what engine they're running. I think it might be the Renault.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I want to give Callie some extra room. Speed. One of Jackson's favorite corners. Oh no! That sucked. Dang it.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
There we go. Oh my god, he's still there. I think we can do it.
7 seconds between you and the car ahead.
I think we can do it. Oh no! I can take that locked out.
Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race.
Today we didn't get to do any like 2025 preseason testing. Shit.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Lawson is actually second. What is this? Huh. Lawson is second. That's hilarious. Well, not realistic, 0 out of 10. I'm kidding. Oh my god. And Verstappen's winning. I guess that is more of a surprise these days. Just want to see something a second. Kind of wondering with Dawson whether they got the first iteration of the helmet or the other one. We thought they had the like original one that he wore. I'm going to be honest.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done. Unlucky.
Well, there you have it.
Good effort. Let's keep pushing.
For everyone here in Melbourne, but is it the start
So
that they would have wanted?
will
Well,
Jackson
for many
and Mayer,
teams, I think
you
the
know
answer
how
would be
they
no.
Yeah, Red Bull
they
established
do
themselves
these new
early on, which should come as no
team
surprise.
radios?
It will be
Do Jackson
fascinating
and Mayer
to see
have
if
their
any
own
team can
recorded
step up
lines? Because that would be
the pace of them this
sick.
year.
Yeah, an intriguing start to this 2025
That would be actually
season.
sick.
I can't wait to see what it brings.
If that is the case, even if it's not the case, but if it is, that would be really cool.
Phenomenal job recently,
'Cause
and
it-
it's clear
it
to
does
see
sound
that
like they
put in the
probably
work,
would
and
have.
They should be so proud of the victory they secured here.
I've always liked the Connor Sport colours. I've always liked them. So I reckon because this story was probably done before the 25 season started, it looks like they've actually just assumed that Verstappen will be probably winning most of the races again. That's the only thing I could really think of. As well on the grid, Consport gave themselves a lot of work to do after a lackluster performance. Redemption came from one Aiden Jackson finishing third and delivering a much needed boost for the team. So they really do factor in more of where you finished, which is kind of what they haven't done over the last couple of years. So it looks like they've kind of made that a thing now, which is pretty cool. It's probably very small and minute, but still. The Milton Keynes team have now equalled their own previous records, namely 4 consecutive Drivers' Championships for Verstappen, but one more hurdle remains. The team currently have 3 championships in a row, for in 2021 it was Mercedes who emerged victorious in the team's battle, even as Hamilton finished P2. In short, Red Bull have not yet returned to the unfettered dominance that they experienced with Vettel from 2010-13. So can they match that streak? Can they continue to even greater heights? The modern high watermark remains Mercedes, who won 8 constructors in a row. See, why are they... So yeah, they basically say that Red Bull won the constructors, which didn't happen. So there's been a misstep there, unless they're just doing it... Well, they could really just doing it for story purposes. Sometimes I get confused. I don't know whether I've read these things or not. How he struggles in the rough qualifying. It feels like luck played a big role for sure. Could that be McLaren this season? I'm beginning to wonder if we're not going to see a change at the top till the new regs in 26. Antonelli impressed despite the scuffle with his own teammate on lap 1. Tough sailing for Bortoletto in the Sauber though. It's to start with the quietly confident. It really shows where the car's true potential. Okay. Coffee in Melbourne. Great race today, mate. Qualifying looked tough, but you did manage to finish an amazing third. Not sure if you got my last email. I happened to be in Melbourne this weekend, so I tried stopping by the paddock to surprise you, but they wouldn't let me in. I told them to check the list. I thought you knew I was coming, but no dice. Not to worry. I know you're busy with how busy you are. I'll be on in a couple of days, or if you want to say a quick hello. Aww. Awesome. It's pretty cool how he gets a mention as well. Everyone goes heads to Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. Down below us to light a spark under a Consport team has yet to reach its full potential.
The board won't do anything extreme.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Let me draft something for you, Devon. Leave it with me.
So it looks like he's told Andrea about it.
Right. I just want a couple of minutes of your time, then I'll hand you over to Andrea. We have the resources this season. We've got a great team, and we've got my expertise to guide us. I don't know how else to tell you, but we have to make another title run.
Shame we don't have the guy who led us in the title race last season.
Let it
Callie.
go, Cal. Casper doesn't want to come back.
I'm not surprised.
She's not wrong.
They were at each other constantly. They never really reconciled over Davidoff. Callie was still angry about Casper. Yeah, it was rough.
Okay, so it'll be a 2-stop.
Yeah, you can tell Mike you absolutely can play over the dog leg on the third because I've done it, mate. Yeah. Ciao. You saying?
The data suggests we are looking at a two-stop race. We think Red Bull will do the same, so we are relying on your performance, okay?
Why not go for a one-stop?
Devon, the data says...
Yeah. Listen, you don't beat Red Bull by copying them. Go for a one-stop with a long second stint. I've spoken to the strategist. Trust me, it's going to work.
We have a plan. We go with the data.
It's worth considering.
Seriously? Who do you want to side with, Aiden? The guy who spent weeks formulating strategy and analyzing data?
Callie,
or
you
the
can
guy
both
who's
do it,
desperately
right?
trying to do 3 different jobs at the same time?
You got something to say, Cal?
Who are you trying to be, Dev? The CEO of Butler Global? The owner of Connorsport Racing? Or the team principal?
I have to look after all of it. It's kind of my job now.
Just because Dad told you to doesn't mean you should.
What I say goes.
But you don't drive the car anymore, Dev. So
Damn.
I think when we're on the track, we go with Andreo's plan, the plan that's actually backed by the data. Aiden?
Yeah,
Jackson, don't you dare.
Hey.
You don't win a race on a hunch, Dev.
She's got a point. Sorry.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Two-stop, as discussed. Thank you, everyone. I'll be in the garage in a few minutes. Find me if you need me.
Yeah. Jackson has...
I welcome your ideas. You know that. But this division is bad for the team. You should speak to me first.
You think I'm doing too much?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that it?
Callie's right.
Yes. And you can even tell. I like... They've really grown Jackson up, haven't they? I like Jackson. He's trying to be so much more level-headed. They've really matured Jackson nicely. I really like him. Jackson's probably my favorite thing about this whole game. He's come such a long way. Hey.
Hey, Callie. I heard you were after me.
Yeah, just wanted to check in on the car. I'm buzzing to test the new upgrade.
Final checks on the car happening right now. Upgrade looks good. First of the season. And more to come in the European leg. Let us know how you find it, yes? Your feedback is vital.
Yep.
Cool. Well, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Find it difficult to remember that sometimes.
Yes, you and me both. And listen, I know there's been some chatter about strategy, but no matter what, we'll be quick. Or at least quicker.
Yep.
Just control what you can control.
Well, can't wait to see what I can do. Thanks for the chat. And see you in the garage.
See you there. Bye.
I do wonder if there's going to be a title battle between these two. And it's going to kind of tip the balance a bit. I hope not. I hope not. That's one thing I actually have just thought about now, to be fair.
Ciao, Devon.
One day, it will be nice to call you with some good news. Yeah, you've seen the Eichenberger shoot has been released. They just went rogue, ran it.
I told them no.
Well, once again, we're the last people to know. I mean, I don't know. How's this happened? Could we have managed this differently? What?
Honestly, at this point, I just despair.
At least I look good in the photo.
Your modesty really is one of your strongest traits, Devon.
Right.
Does Callie know?
Not yet, but I'm sure she'll see it soon. I'll just let her focus on the race for now.
Makes sense.
Yeah, good call. Right, I am gonna scream into a pillow or something. Okay? Yeah, see you in a bit.
Poor Devin. You have got a feel for him, haven't you? He's juggling so much at once. He really is, but he has to. Really. He has to. It's not really even his fault, like I said. Maybe giving Callie something would have been a good idea. You know, Davidoff put it all on Devin. He should have given something to Cal, kind of just to spread the load. It would have made things a lot easier on Devon because he's doing everything himself. You got to feel for him. So Richard McLaren will be hoping carries over to the next race. So they're probably going to start bringing McLaren back towards the front here. I don't really like how it starts mid-story sometimes. It's kind of a bit like, it's kind of a bit of a weird beginning. Inconsistent first round. Needless risk or masterstroke. With the season already underway, but still in its infancy, it means that Andrea O'Connor has moved unexpectedly early to make a sweeping change at the head of Connor Sports' aerodynamics team. Huh. Okay. Now, Ichiba proudly parade in the likeness of the sadly departed Davidoff Butler. Connor Sport themselves, however, claimed that they were not consulted over the use of the materials, and it did not grant permission for their reuse. A Connor Sport spokesman said that it was not ruled out taking legal action, but an Ichiba spokesman says not only are their actions legally sound, but they did receive approval from Casper Ackerman. Huh. Shanghai 2004 Radio Gaga. What? Views of the 2004 Chinese Grand Prix may have been glued to their epoxy CRTs, experiencing something for the very first time. In-race radio. Oh, so this is when Team Radio debuted. I actually completely forgot. Communications between the Pitbull and Comet are not a new concept in 2004. Those comms were not made available to broadcast partners during the live transmission. But watching that inaugural weekend in Shanghai, you may have heard a passionate message from Jean-Marie Bruni towards his engineers, or a confused exchange as Ralf Schumacher boxed to retire despite his team wanting him to continue. I completely forgot about that. However, due to the high risk of colourful language when being broadcast, this was eventually pared back to the delayed censored radio we all know and love today. That makes sense. This is the shape of the tracks from the aerial view is roughly... Oh, okay. The Chinese... Yeah. I thought it was said that it's like retooled. I was going to say, I think it looks like the same to me. One of the most true and descending for the small snail shell before the downhill hairpin at turn 3. Shanghai International Circuit has been a staple of modern F1, debuting all the way back in 2004 when Michael Schumacher will be crowned champion for the final time. That's false. He was actually crowned at the Belgian Grand Prix. So that's false. Lucas Faber doesn't know his F1 by the looks of it. No, I think Schumacher even retired from that race, if my memory serves me. The only win he got was in 2006. I think he might have retired from the first two, or at least one of them. So, Lucas Faber, go and do your research, buddy. Completing a touring car and endurance car racing in the 1980s, whereas most racers will eventually go behind the scenes of a team or go into punditry, Tilke pursued a different and unusual route. In 1983, Tilke called time on his career as a driver and instead turned to a new practice, design. After building his experience and cachet with F1's organisers over time, much of today's F1 calendar has even been designed or redesigned by him. From more traditional circuits like the Circuit of the Americas, Shanghai, Yas Marina and Bahrain to the streets of Vegas, Tilke is the defining designer of the era. With multiple products in development, one gets the feeling that may continue for some time. Yeah. I think he's going to work on the Madrid one, isn't he? It's the first time we've seen Connor Sport on the Twitter feed at all. I thought my work was cutthroat, but it could be worse. I could work at Connor Sport without actual musical chairs. Stroll P1. Hashtag can't tell sarcasm. There are multiple teams sniffing around Connor Sports reserve driver Noah Bell for a seat next year. What? Really? Noah Bell gets a cameo in this. The same Bell that did nothing in the handful of races he had when Connor Sport were in transition between Butler and Mayer. I know, right? Wow. Time to ship an upgrade, please. Lando came to thank me for his role in his first win of the season. It's more of a nightmare, to be honest. People thought I was the head of engineering and were expecting me to shave a second off our lap time. I should have been further saw skipping down the street. Clearly, Asia Burger just ran with the campaign against their wishes. Won't be buying one of their watches. Damn. Key update before the meeting and back in the numbers of 2-stop. Devon's strategy is entirely without merit, but it's certainly a risk. The agreed error adjustments are now complete. We don't think it will adjust the effect tire wear, but okay. Congratulations to everyone at the garage here at the factory for your hard work this first upgrade package. Given how the development has been for us this season, this delivery is a monumental step in the right direction, given where we were a few weeks ago. Okay. Huh. Are you ignoring me? We really need to talk about cutting some of Connor Sport's significant costs. I appreciate you're busy, and this isn't a conversation you want to have, but time is running out to keep the team afloat. Damn. Kay Henderson. Devon mentioned you've been helping out with some of the delicate issues on the financial side. I know it's not your usual domain, but he says your input has been invaluable. Would it be possible to grab you for 5 minutes at some point over the weekend? Devon asked me to help keep you abreast on a few things ahead of the shareholder meeting. Huh. I wonder, yeah, because it did sound like he told Andrea what was going on, so... yeah.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
Noah Bell, our reserve driver's contract, is coming to an end after the 25 season. In the past, he's always expressed how happy he is here, and he would like to continue his journey with the team. However, his agent has been in contact and is painting a much different picture. They're saying that Noah has been unhappy for some time now and is feeling undervalued. Well, Jackson and Mayer tower above him in terms of pure talent, really. Duh. There's always been some chatter in the paddock that there is real interest from other teams on the grid. Why? He didn't do anything when we raced with him last year. Or in the last game. Or in the last time we did this. Increase offer. Noah didn't really deliver when he had the opportunity to start for the team during the 23 season. Consult with the talent scout team and instruct them to start looking for a replacement. Let's get some fresh blood in. I would do that personally. Based on conversations I've had with Noah in the past, something doesn't feel right here. Let's discuss with Noah one-to-one. No agent. I think we should hear it from the horse's mouth. I agree. Actually, that's a better option. Let's do that. An untimely safety car has put Callie in a difficult position in the late stages, having pitted prior to the safety car. Maya now finds herself on older tyres than her rivals behind her. Ah, okay.